He'd be churning out podcasts in the basement.
Just keep like a sweatshop for a podcast.
Yeah.
Keep going.
You can't have food until you've done another episode.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to Joy Agenda, the podcast all about joy with me, Jay Lafferty.
And me, Hannah Campbell. We are recording at Monkey Barrel Studios during the Fringe. It is August, and today we have a very special guest. We have a comedian, our first New Zealander on the podcast. Old friend of mine is Becky Umbers.
Hello. Yay! I didn't realise that. Our first Kiwi.
I think so.
Wow,
Yeah.
what an honour.
Yeah, so thank you so much for coming on the pod. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. How's your Fringe going?
Well, it's good. I don't understand the weather. It's summer again. What is this? It was winter 2 days ago.
Yep.
But I am really enjoying the Fringe. I do like it here. I like what you've done with the place.
Thank you very much.
So welcome to Scotland. We like to have 4 seasons in 4 days.
One day.
Yeah.
So because it's your third time at the Fringe, because the first time, 2023, me and Becky did a split bill together.
Yeah.
And then we were in the same venue last year, but different
Back to
shows, back to back. We shared a flyer.
Yeah.
And then we're separate this year. So it's our
It's
first time.
horrible. I miss you so much.
I think the first day I was like, Becky, come to my show, and I made you sit in the front row because I just needed the emotional support. But yeah, but it's all going well so far. You had your day off the other day as well. Was that
My
nice?
day was great. Although I went to Portobello Beach, and what a shitty beach. Oh, I'm sorry, but it was not good. I've also heard the water is full of sewage. Is that true?
No, the water's not. That's when there's a heavy rain. And it's not like sewage, it's just that it runs everything down into the sea. But what it is full of at the moment is massive jellyfish.
Yes, I saw so many on the sand. So lion's mane jellyfish.
lion's mane
They're the
jellyfish.
biggest jellyfish of all.
Yeah.
They're huge, but I didn't see a huge one. I just saw a sort of smallish one. But wow, I didn't know you had those here. That's crazy.
Lots of
God.
jellyfish this year. They're usually gone by this point, but because it's like really hot, there's so many jellyfish. So everybody that's going in swimming, I'm like, you're gonna get stung. And the lion's manes look terrifying, but they're not. I don't think it's that bad when they sting you.
Okay.
Even though they're massive.
Yeah.
I think the bigger they are, the least bad the sting is. It's
Oh,
the
really?
little tiny ones. I don't know. I've made that up. That was like.
It sounds true. I
I
believe
think
you.
it sounds true. I'm sure somebody else told me that.
Yeah, I think so. The wee ones. So it's not to be scared. But so is it true that, Becky, you know a lot about animals? Is
I
it do you pee in a jellyfish sting? Is that accurate?
Yeah, you do, because I think the ammonia. It's like a acid, and like a basic kind of acid reaction. I think is that the way? Is that it? But you also hot water is really good. Tom once, my boyfriend, got stung by a blue bottle, which are really stingy, and you submerge it in like boiling water, and that's kind of the only thing that really stops it. But then as soon as you take it out again, it starts stinging again.
Hey.
So yeah,
And also you've scalded your hand.
I mean, is it not hard anymore because you've got a 3rd degree burn that's now taken away
killed
from
the
Taking all
that.
the layers of your skin off. Like,
it's good.
I'm glad you. So obviously you're from New Zealand, but you live in London now.
I do.
You've been there for a couple of years.
Yeah,
How is
fancy
it?
of me.
Yeah, you like London though. You're enjoying
I
it.
do. I love London. It's fun. It's crazy. And I live in East London, and it's real, like, full of characters.
Right.
I like that. It's I also feel like, because when I first got here, I needed a job because obviously comedy, you got to start again, when you go to a new place. And so I worked at a school as a teaching assistant down the road, and I feel like it really built a sense of community. Like I feel like I'm in the community now,
That's
and
nice.
I think that London does feel to me like lots of little communities. It doesn't feel like, I feel like, do you think Auckland, the New Zealand big city, it's quite spread apart, and everyone drives, so it's kind of insular, and you're kind of just all doing your own thing, whereas London, I think public transport kind of brings you together, and it feels like lots of little sort of communities rather than one massive sprawling city.
Yeah, totally. I think I get that. Yeah, Auckland, you kind of were all you drive about and it was kind of insular. You're right, but because we started doing comedy together in Auckland.
Yeah.
I think I was there at your first gig. Was I? Second or third maybe. So we entered this Raw comedy quest thing, and then we ended up in the final together. And then so we came up doing comedy in New Zealand. So it's nice to have someone from the New Zealand scene on the
comedy
pod.
sisters.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
my comedy wife.
Yeah, and then you followed me over to the UK. I was like, great, and then never leave.
I'm coming too.
Yeah, that's great. So the show's been going good though so far.
Yeah, it's been really fun. The crowds have been really nice, and I've had some reviews, which, what a thing to get used to. I've never really done the reviewers thing. Like, even in New Zealand with my solos, we have a couple of reviewers, but no one takes them very seriously. They're like uni students. And like, it's kind of, I guess, New Zealand culture to be like, what are you doing talking about something as if you know what you're talking about? That's so full of yourself. So it's not really a thing. And then, obviously last year I didn't have reviewers, and the year before. So this year I have them, and horrible. But also nice when they like it. When they love it, they're like, oh yeah, I'm the greatest. Yeah. But then when they point out little things that you're like, I had already worried about that actually.
I always find like your Achilles heel, the bit that you're like, this is a bit of filler. This is a bit of filler. And I always meant to put something else in here, but
I always meant to write an ending to this, but we never quite got right to it.
And this is just a little bit of filler now. And I can't believe you noticed. You utter prick.
How dare you ignore all the well-crafted stuff and focus on the one bit that's like...
It really upsets me when reviewers miss the point. That's the bit that really annoys me. Like, I had a show a couple of years ago, quite a few years ago now, 2017 or 18 or something. And like, so they either got what I was doing with it, or they so didn't get it that it was like, you shouldn't be allowed to review this show. Like, it was I found it so annoying, because they were like, there was like a point at the 45 minute mark where I changed the pitch of the show quite dramatically, but then I brought it back, right? Like, and I purposely did it, right? So it was a kind of thing about sexual assault, right? And it was like when you're going along and you're on, a date or whatever, and everything's grand, and then suddenly it's not, right? And so that's why I'd done it, right? Because it was to replicate that feeling in the audience, which I thought was obvious.
And, and some of them were just
like, at the 45 minute mark it gets really dark. Yes.
Yeah. And I'm guessing these are men that are saying this.
No, there was one woman.
What?
Like, that's the whole point of like, it's this, and then suddenly it changes so quickly.
There were two people didn't get it. One was a man and one was a woman. And I was the woman one. That did annoy me at the time. Now,
calls coming from inside the house.
Yeah. So other than that, I just think I could never. I remember being asked to review something once, and sometimes I've been asked to judge like comedy night, like competitions and stuff, and I find it really, because you have your thing that you like. I know what makes me laugh, and also I think maybe comics should do reviews, because even if we don't enjoy something, I can technically know that was a very well crafted joke, even if it didn't make me laugh, if I didn't think it was funny, but technically it was well crafted. Then I think maybe, although a lot of comics are just fucking hated it. Terrible shite.
It's not funny. I know, it's tricky, because it's like you can kind of, as a comic, you can sort of notice it, but it's just so annoying when they don't really like get it. But we never really had reviews in New Zealand at all, did we? They don't really.
No. Well, I had a review on the first, I came to the second show, which was a preview, and then the review came out and it was 3 stars, so not bad. But they said, they were like, she gets marked down because what she's tried to do is get reviewers in early to generate some hype, but it hasn't paid off here because it still felt like a preview. I was like,
but it was a preview.
I said at the top, this is a preview, so it's a bit loose. I was like, you weren't even meant to be there. Oh, infuriating.
These goddamn people. Well, Becky, we'll ask you the question that we brought you here, right? Becky, What brings you joy?
Oh, Hannah, so many things. You're one of them.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm about to blow your mind. This is,
Go on
I
then.
was thinking, what do you think? And I thought of all these things, and then I remembered when I was doing it last night. This is, okay, you can go on the internet and there's a live stream of a watering hole in Namibia. There's actually like 3 different ones now, and you can just watch the watering hole live, and animals will come along, and sometimes they'll interact, and it just feels so cool because it's happening right now somewhere else in the world. I know, okay. It's not for everyone.
Becky's a big animal person.
I do like that.
It's
though.
so cool.
I need to show that to the wee one.
Oh, he would love it.
He would love it. He would
There's
just be
actually
like,
loads of these live cams, I think. Like there's
Yes.
aquarium ones. And
yeah,
there's
we watched.
Yep.
There's one at Edinburgh Zoo.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, so there's a couple at Edinburgh Zoo, and they kind of move it around. But at one point, it was on the red pandas,
Right, okay.
and my wee one
cute.
loves a red panda.
Yeah.
The new red panda they've got at the zoo. What a star!
Really?
Really?
Performer.
Oh,
A performer. I think he knew the Fringe was in, like, because the
I'll draw
last
the
red
crowds.
panda that died from the fireworks.
What?
is that what?
I had a heart attack. There was apparently quite it happens every year. Not always to something as mean as the red panda. It's usually just penguins like fucking killing over. But you don't really. There's so many penguins that that's
You're like,
But the red panda died, and they've got new red panda, and the old red panda. Maybe it was because it was old, right? But it used to just sit up in the tree and fucking scowl down at you. You know, like you take ages trying to find it. But this new one was doing backflips.
What?
It was
Backflips?
it was like, yeah, it was coming off the tree, kind of doing a handstand thing, came down. I got so many pictures. It was like coming up behind and sitting at this wee thing and giving it this. And I got so many cool pictures.
That's like because it knows Edinburgh Zoo's expensive, and it's like these people need their money worth,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's because you're VIP.
It might be. Oh, I do have a VIP pass for the
Do
zoo.
you?
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's like,
that's
oh, I'll put it on for the
nice.
VIPs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Leave me a 5-star review.
What does the VIP get you? Really?
You get in a VIP entrance, so you don't need to walk through the shop, which
Nice.
is key.
You don't need to go in with the scum. You get
Yeah.
sit in another entrance.
You get access to early bird access to things like
Ooh.
when they're having events and stuff like that. I've
Right.
never utilised that.
Concerts.
You get a members magazine.
Ooh.
Yeah. You get members. You get an email every week.
Wow.
Yeah,
Every
you get
week.
told every week. You get an email, and if something dies, you get told in advance. Like, I had to break the news that what was the Cleo the cheetah.
Oh.
Remember, I broke that on the pod.
okay.
Broke it on the pod. And it was like, I woke
Yeah.
up this morning. Cleo the cheetah's dead.
Oh.
But now they've got Billy the cheetah.
Oh, Billy the cheetah. Right, okay.
Yeah,
He's
they've
by
got
himself.
Bill- no, they only ever have one.
Oh, right.
So
Oh.
Billy
There's one in,
replaced
one out.
Cleo.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
cool.
think they can. And obviously, they must interact in order to breed. But I'm not sure. They're a bit like the pandas, where they can't be together.
Right,
like
they're just
fucking-
separate. Oh, so there's Billy now. Interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, lots of perks at the zoo. VIP.
Ooh.
But so you just sit and watch these. Is this a calming thing
Yeah.
for you to watch these?
Yeah, it's very calming. There's
Nice.
also one in Alaska. You can watch the bears fishing for salmon. And do you know, they are shockingly bad at it.
Yeah.
It's honestly, I'm like, how do you live off this? What? This is all you do. You know?
I know a lot of
skill.
humans like that. Yeah. Without the basic skills, you're looking at them. What do you do? How are you alive?
Oh, but it is good.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
so that's one thing that brings me joy.
Yeah.
Do I just do one thing, or do
No,
you like
do
a
as
few?
many as you like.
All the things that bring you joy.
Another thing. So since moving to London, I work part time. Hey, comedy's going pretty good. At a daycare, and I actually look. Can we swear on this
Oh,
podcast?
yeah.
Okay, I just filtered myself here. I fucking love it. It's so cute.
Yeah.
Like, and I think it's the best like life comedy work balance I've ever had, because I don't know if you guys find this, I'm sure you do, but comedy sucks you in. It's like a vortex, and it's hard not to get like swept up in it and think it's like the be all and end all. You know, you have a bad gig and you're like, oh, why am I doing this? Why? Or you have a great gig and then you're like, yeah, I'm the king of the world. So it's like, it's so nice to have something else that you go and I play with these silly babies, and I'm like, oh, there's more to life.
Yeah.
There's other stuff going on. Maybe you find that with your actual kids.
Yeah, I do. Like, it definitely grounds you,
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah, no, I've not had another job for a long time now, and I do miss that, because sometimes you do get so caught up in the
You do.
haves and the have-nots.
Yeah, and I think we've talked about this before about like not you want to feel like you don't want to feel jealousy, but you sometimes can't help it, and it's supporting people. But then it's like when you're just in that world, and it's you can't help but compare when you see stuff online, and the Fringe is such a place where that happens every time because people post their good reviews and stuff. But I actually saw Grace Mulvey posted.
She posted a really good thing,
a little video the other day about saying that she was finding it tough and she's lost some confidence in her show, and it was great. I think a lot of people resonate with that. We've had Grace on the podcast before. She was great, and it was just good to be like, it is tough actually sometimes, and we all have great fringes, but it can be hard to think if you've a bad gig, everyone else is smashing it and I'm having a horrible one, but actually everyone's like that.
Everybody's struggling, and I think I don't know if it's just my circle or my feed or whatever. This year it doesn't feel as blingy as previous years. Like I haven't seen as much grandiose grandstanding, and I think everybody seems to be having a nice time and a good one, and the reviews are good, and I haven't really seen anybody having a shitter. Because I find that so difficult when you see a friend. It doesn't even have to be a friend, just somebody on the circuit that you know and you've worked with, and they're having a shit time. And I saw Grace put that up on Monday, and I was like, oh. And then the next day she was like, oh, that was so good actually, because it was nice. It was nice to see some realness.
Yeah,
a bit of realness.
Yeah, because even not like when I was in New Zealand when I was full-time comedy, just watching people's Instagrams of like their weekly gigs was so bad, and I'd be like, oh, why are they doing this gig and I didn't get that gig? And then I'd be like, you're not even free this weekend. You're doing other gigs. Like, what are you doing? But I got so sucked in and so overwhelmed, and then you have to like also financially worry, like at least I don't have to now take every gig, and you can be a bit more choosy, whereas I think the feast and famine lifestyle of the comedian is a stressful one.
So what ages are they baby babies?
They're 2 to like 3.5.
Oh, that's
between
cute.
2 and almost 4. Yeah, they're cute. Because sometimes if there's someone away, they'll put me in the baby room, which is 1-year-olds. Oh, it's fucking horrible. They're
such
so
hard work.
Boring. Oh.
They're very boring and hard work, unless it's yours. I loved my baby when he was a baby, but also it was COVID, so I had nothing else to do. I was very focused. It was great. I was just like, oh, you've pooed again. Great. Yeah, it was something to do, mate. There we go. But and then they get to like 18 months and they just start getting their little personalities, and they're cute. And they're funny, and they're not just a big blob of flesh.
They're just kind of like wee logs.
They're just blobs. Blobs that shit and cry.
And then, and you're like, what's wrong?
Yeah. They don't even know.
No, they're just like,
sometimes nothing is wrong.
There's also comedians like that too. What's wrong?
I don't know. Like, oh my god. That's good. I'm glad you're enjoying the daycare thing.
They're really funny. There's one little boy, he's my favourite, and he talks like a little old man, and he's about 2.5, and he broke his leg, so he was out for like a month in a full cast, and he had to like stay in his buggy. He wasn't allowed to waddle around, and now he's come back and he walks like a little crab. So he has the weirdest walk, and he's kind of forgotten that he can use his leg. It's so funny. He'll be like, Miss Becky, I'm stuck. And then but you can see he's just using one leg to try and get, and then you go, no, you can use this, and then he'll be like, and just hop up. It's so cute.
I forgot.
That's so
it's quite
funny.
good. My little one broke his leg when he was 8 months old.
Did he?
It's really easy for kids because their bones are so soft.
Right, okay.
Well, they say they break their legs, but they actually can't, unless it's like a proper horrendous break. Yeah. They actually can't tell a lot of the time if babies have broken a limb because their bones are so soft and malleable anyway, that it's hard to tell. So if there's like a hairline fracture or whatever, but he broke his leg, it was hard because you've got to try and
imagine. Sure, we baby.
Yeah, and they can do it just by, like, it wasn't anything. What happened to him was he was on a swing, like a garden swing. He was at his grandparents. I was not in charge at the time. No, honest God, my poor mother-in-law.
She would have felt awful,
devastated.
And
I was
terrible.
just like, that's the thing. Anyway, he was on a thingy, like a garden swing, and it wasn't like they were going,
How high can we
just
get him?
caught his leg a little bit, and it wasn't like it pulled it. It just, but the nurse was telling me that babies quite often do it when they sit down. Like, you know, if they sit down,
wow.
they sit down awkwardly and their legs underneath them, and or they sometimes in the bath they'll pull their leg round and they can just dislocate or break something because their bones are so soft.
Wow.
So it's not stop. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah. So if you do break any babies, it's not your fault.
Yes,
Exactly.
Just
They're
point them
malleable.
about. It's
Yeah.
fine.
They're London babies. They're hard. They're hardcore babies. They go on the tube and stuff. It's fine.
Yeah. That is another thing that gives me joy is when they fall over. It is pretty funny. And I say that as a professional, you are allowed to laugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you permission.
I think it's fine. My mum and dad I used a massive head as a child, and my mum and dad used to play a game to see which way I'd fall. My head, if I wasn't propped up with pillows, I was like big giant Lafferty head.
Good. So we've got animals, daycare. Anything else that brings you joy?
Babies falling over.
Babies falling
Baby's
over.
falling over.
Punting babies down the
it's
stairs.
good. Yeah. Yeah, I pushed him over. That's
Yeah,
how I
yeah.
do it. What else? I did write things down. Can I look at my
Absolutely. I
notes?
love how you've made notes. Very
Yeah,
organised.
Just in case, I forget how to talk.
Because you're quite a joyful person, Becky, I think.
Oh, thank you.
There we
I
go.
try my best.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got no service. I can't look at my notes.
That's all right.
Never mind. Yeah, I think I am a joyful person.
Yeah.
I'm quite
Right.
it's a roller coaster. Well, a counsellor once said to me, she said, people like you, people who've got bipolar. I said, wait, hold on. And she goes, I was like, do you saying I have bipolar? And she goes, no, not quite. I was like, well, that's
a
not
hell
real.
of a way to give a diagnosis.
Yeah, I was like, you can't not quite have it. I don't think. Anyway, so it is a roller coaster, but I think I'm getting better at like mellowing myself out.
Okay.
My boyfriend Tom is like a straight line.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah,
He's like,
he is.
like this. He's so chill and sort of the roller coaster doesn't go up that high, but it never really goes down.
Yeah.
Really low. And so
A nice even person. I
Yeah.
like that. People that
Yeah.
you get the same way all the time. I find them comforting.
Yeah.
yeah.
You don't,
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than
Consistent.
people that you don't know what they're going to
You're
be
quite
like.
like that.
I am. I'm quite
Yeah,
like
you
that.
are.
You're
I
an
don't.
even person.
I don't go up that high, but I don't really go down. So I'm kind of like that, which is unusual for a comic.
Yeah, that's so
Very
unusual.
unusual to have good mental health as a comic.
Yeah.
Very
Stability.
unusual.
What is
I
this?
know what
Yeah.
you're going to write a show about.
I know, literally, well, that's what, nothing. My show this year is I have no trauma. Come
Yeah.
and make me.
I love
I'll
that.
let you laugh for an hour. I have nothing wrong
My
with me.
parents are still together.
Yeah.
And never,
I've no breakups.
never kidnapped.
Yeah.
I've never had a medical injury.
None of that. I'm just
Oh.
so boring, but I'll just try and make you laugh for an hour. So
Maybe
yeah.
I'll kidnap you one day, give you something to
Yeah,
chat about.
Maybe that'd be good.
Yeah.
I'll need a
A
new
bit of
Fringe show.
trauma.
Yeah, push you down some stairs.
Oh, great. So I'll bring you joy and then give me a show. That sounds like a win-win
Hey.
situation.
You're welcome.
Nice. And you're enjoying London? Do you miss New Zealand at all while you're
I
here?
do miss some bits.
Yeah.
It's a very laid back country,
Yeah.
which I do. It is a stereotype, but man, Brits do love to complain. They love to whinge, and they're good at it.
Yeah.
It's almost an art.
Yeah.
But New Zealanders are bad at it, and sometimes it is bad because something will be wrong, and we will not tell you.
No.
We will just silently stew on it until we're so mad at you,
Yeah.
we can never see you again.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why they don't speak to me anymore.
That's why I had to leave.
Wow.
Well, I suppose that maybe brings us on to our next section.
Jay's joy killers. What kills your joy?
Well, okay, this is also related. So, since moving to you do complain. You also just tell people off. You tell people off. And if one
Yep.
more fucking old man tells me off for something so trivial that I'm not even doing, he's just misunderstood, I will kill him. It's so annoying. These are two examples that I thought of. I was biking along the canal. I was relieving at another school, so I had to go like a new way, so I didn't know. And I had the Google Maps on, but just in my pocket. And so I'm biking along, and then I was like, is this where I kind of pull off? And so I waited until there was a big wide bit and there was no one around, and I quickly pull it out just to check I hadn't gone too far. Pulled it out for 2 seconds. This guy comes past. I could see him coming. I'm going quite slowly, and he goes, "Off your phone." Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
It shits me. And then another time, what was the other time? There was another man call male for doing something.
always men.
And I just think, I think if you wouldn't say it to a big, muscly man that you saw in the street, don't say it. Don't say it at all.
I think if something that to you, you might chase him down and kill him.
I can kill him. I'm killing me.
Especially with the rage at the moment.
The rage is unreal. The rage is unreal. I've started so I've just recently had to start doing the social media thing. And
actually, you've been very good at it. Every time I go on Instagram, there's a new reel from
someone
you.
to do it.
Do you know what I thought? Jay's suddenly become a social media whiz in the last 2 weeks.
No, I'm paying
That's
someone
the
for
way
that.
to do it.
That's since June. I've been paying a guy, Sam from the agency. They're very good. They do Stuart Mitchell and a couple of other comics as well.
Cool.
Fucking expensive, but anyway, means I don't have to do it.
Yep.
So they do it all. They go through, because what I wanted was somebody just to go through all of my stuff, because I'm like, I don't like listening to me.
It's nothing more. I just go through your own
so
shit.
now and again I'll go, oh, this funny thing happened. So, otherwise he just goes through fucking monkey barrel footage from decades ago. He's like, goes through things. Anyway, it's been pretty, touch wood. Fine.
Good.
Right? We still get our daily hate on.
Oh, we do.
We still get our
Do
daily
you?
hate. Yeah, we have a thing that went viral, which is it was about running, and runners be crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, you
So-
got the runners after you.
Oh,
no, you'll never
I know.
escape.
We can't even get away from them.
Yeah.
Fast bastards.
Yeah.
So the other night there, so it's really taken off on TikTok, and Instagrams are doing fine, and the Facebook ones aren't doing great at all, because who the fuck. But Facebook is actually apparently the one you want to do well on, because that's the
Really?
people that buy the tickets.
Right, okay.
That's
So
the
anyway, it's not
lucrative.
going that great on Facebook. It's fine, right? But it's not going great at all. And compared to like the exact same clips on TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah.
And on the Facebook one, the other day this man had written, this person is just doing the same as every other comic and just talking to the audience.
Oh my God.
And I just don't find it very funny. I'm not trying to be a cunt, but I just don't find it very funny.
It just
And
comes naturally
couldn't
to me.
stop laughing. I was like, I read it out to my mum, and my mum gets very upset. She's like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why? And I was like, what I find funny here is he's watched one video. There's like 30, right? But he's just gone, I've just watched this one video. I mean, he admits that. Just watched this one video. Wasn't it funny? See, to be fair to him, it wasn't the funniest. Like it was grand. It was just a bit of, it was a 30-second interaction bit.
Yep.
Wow.
And I just wrote, thanks, Mark. Thumbs up. So I was just like, and then there was another one that said something similar, and I went, it's giving very pick me, isn't it?
I
You're
love
giving
it.
big pick me. You're
Yeah.
giving pick me.
They take the time out of their day to go on and write the comments.
Yeah.
It's just like crazy to me. Like,
It's
who are these
insane.
people that like to be like, it's not very funny, you can't. You're like, fuck
Yeah.
off.
I once had a man track me down, and it was through.
Ooh, that
'cause I
sounds
had
ominous.
creepy. Yeah, sorry. I was, find me. That's it. So I was doing this rooftop gardens initiative thing, and so I voiced the radio ads. So it's my voice, and I say, if you have any roofs that could do with gardens or community garden spaces, get in touch, email, and so. And go to the website. And so this guy went to the website, found the contact me button, wrote an email, and they're just complaining about my voice. It's like, you've got just so much effort to get here.
I remember when that happened.
That is insane.
Insane. The admin.
To hear the ad to go on the website to write the form.
That's the thing. It's
I
a
don't
radio
have a
ad.
roof, but
yeah. But your voice is really annoying. It's like, fuck off.
So, like, he's probably, you only listen to the radio really in the car.
Yeah.
So he's been driving and thought, I got to remember that when I get home.
Remember her name, what she does.
I've had for BBC stuff, I've had some of the most insane complaints.
Really?
Yeah, like it's always on the BBC stuff because it's all people with fucking time on their hands. One of them was they didn't like it when Jay Lafferty was on because she laughs at the other comics too much.
Oh my God.
Like, oh, there's just going to be lots of her laughing.
Also, you just sit stony face with people and
She
telling
just sit
jokes.
and the other one was Guruk has had the only outdoor swimming pool left in Scotland. There used to be loads,
Wow.
right? And so I was doing some sort of joke about the swimming pool, and I said this, and I got a phone call from the BBC, and at the time I was having a really hard time with a horrible stalker, and the Chris from the BBC phoned and he's like, oh Jay, we've had like a complaint. And I was like, oh shit. And I was like, do you know, like my heart sank. I started to feel really sick because I thought, what's this person done? And then it turns out it was like, yeah, apparently there is actually an open air swimming pool in somewhere up in Aberdeenshire or something. It only opened last week, but you should have known about that before we put it out on air. And I was like, Jesus God.
Some fucking people, they just love to rally against shit. But yeah, we have this like clip, the runner clip, and I would even now it's like a wee bit less now, but like once a week we'll get some person commenting being like, this is not funny, like this people could need medical help. Like it's so funny.
What's exploded for me at the moment on TikTok is I had a bit that went out in the mob, but it was about Nicola Sturgeon, right? So it's a joke. It's a joke about Nicola Sturgeon, but obviously Nicola's everywhere at the moment because she's promoting her book, getting tattoos.
I saw that
coming out as like I don't know, non-gender specific shagger.
Yep.
Good for you, Nikki.
She's like, I'm cool now.
That's it. Go for it. She said herself she's having a midlife crisis. I'm like, fucking lean in, Nicola. Lean in.
Enjoy yourself.
So this bit that's been up for months has suddenly exploded because obviously but it's people in there having full on debates and arguments about the independence referendum. Nothing to do with my joke.
No.
Yeah.
But the video is now like click, 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 click. And I'm just not getting involved. I'm like, yeah, have at. There's people having full on screaming matches about independence.
Jesus.
And I'm like, that was not what the joke was about.
Nothing to do with
quite a funny joke about it. Nicola Sturgeon and Justin Trudeau.
And then people are just like, this is what we're going to. It's just fucking crazy.
That's the thing. They go at each other sometimes. Sometimes someone will comment on my voice on a video, and then someone will come to my rescue and be like, why would you go? Even sometimes they're not even commenting that mean. They're like, is that her real voice? That's so unique or something. And then someone will be like, you don't need to comment on people's voices. That is her real voice. Blah, blah, blah. And then they'll fucking go at each other. And I'm like, what are you doing?
I find it so bizarre when people say things like, is that your real voice? Yeah, no, I've been putting the only people that put on a voice are men.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Women never put on voices.
I've never seen a male comic putting on a voice. I've not, a female comic do it. I've seen lots of male comics and then they do it for a couple of years and then they go, oh.
It's a lot of work.
Like, remember when Mark Watson was pretending he was Welsh? Roscoe used to do Roscoe McSkeleton. Yeah.
Right,
are you looking at me? Are you looking at something else? And then it wrecked his throat, so he stopped doing it.
Yeah, it's so hard. I've got a bit in my show this year where I do like an East London geezer accent.
Yep.
And I can only do it going like, and I've tried to do it without the like, and I can't do the accent. It just starts to sound New Zealand again.
What's great, you've got a bit in your show where you say like a phrase in Scottish.
Oh, yeah.
And I got you messaged me about a month before and said, can you send me a voice note of how to say, I've got a horn on my head.
Got a horn on my head.
You're talking about unicorns and stuff. And I sent it to you a few different versions. You were just listening to it, trying to repeat it.
I've been practicing it to stop Anna.
That's it. A comic made me do that last night. An American comic. They were like, "Can you repeat this? What would they were asking me what something would be?" And I had to explain to them. So they were their dad is dating a whole load of women, and they were like, "I want to say something about it being like a wee Scottish lassie, right?" And they said it much worse than that. And I was like, "Well, a wee lassie is a child."
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, no, that's not the joke I'm trying to make. Now, that's maybe why they're not laughing. A wee lassie is like a young girl, a wee lassie. You wouldn't, I was like, so I was like, we were trying to come up with it. So we came up with Brawbird.
Oh.
A Brawbird.
A Brawbird.
A Brawbird.
So they were getting me to record that. Brawbird.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys do have some great words.
Yeah.
Like, I like bairns. There's bairns.
Bairns,
or is it?
yeah.
Bairns.
Yeah. Or kitties.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying bins. I was like, yeah. Do you not have that?
We just burn our rubbish in the street.
Yeah, a bairn or a Wayne.
Yeah, bairn or Wayne, depending if you're from
And I like,
Glasgow.
You can.
You can.
Yeah. Very Edinburgh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool.
Well, shall we do our last one now? I brought special. It's Hannah's
I
headlines.
feel like we need a tune for that, like Hannah's headlines. Hannah's
Yeah.
headlines.
I think that's it. I think we'll just clip that and we'll just
right. So I'll do it for Chris. Hannah's headlines. Hannah's headlines.
Right, there we go. Chris clip that.
I
We'll
like
put it
it.
on now. So this is when I just bring in a news story, something that I've seen that's happening. So the big news that's exciting us all this week is Taylor Swift's new album is coming out. Now Becky is a fellow Swiftie.
Are you a
Yeah,
Swiftie?
great. It happens to be me today.
We actually went to Swiftageddon on Friday, which
Yeah.
is a Taylor Swift
Swift again.
Swiftageddon. It's a Taylor Swift
Tell us
nightclub.
about
It was at La Belle Angel,
Oh.
where you basically, it goes from 11 till 3 and they just play Taylor Swift songs.
That's so
That
good.
is just heaven for you.
We loved it. It was.
we
I
loved
was
it.
definitely the oldest person there, but it
And
was
I was
fine.
the second oldest.
But
Imagine if you'd invited me.
But it was,
That's nice. The lassies brought their mom.
but it was brilliant, and we just screamed the songs and danced around, and it was
Yeah.
great.
We
But-
were trying not to. I said to Hannah before we went, I said, we need to lip sync some songs or our voices are going to be fucked tomorrow for our shows.
Yeah.
And as soon as we got that in there,
we just screamed.
Wow.
So yeah, our new album, she announced it.
12th. My God.
I know, 12th.
Fair pumps them out.
She is a workhorse. I mean, listen, she's Little Miss Capitalism, but we love her.
Love
she
it. Love
pumps
it.
those things
Work
out.
girl.
Exactly.
So
So
love a
she
boss bitch.
she is she announced it. So we're recording this on Wednesday, is it 14th today? Fucking hell. So by the time this comes out, there will be more information about the album. We'll probably know the track lyrics, and because she's going on Travis Kelce's podcast.
he's
to
got a
announce it.
podcast. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
We've all got one.
Well, listen, we've all got a podcast. So
Sportsmen have too many podcasts, I think.
So
How
she's
much
on-
can you talk
she-
about sports?
right. So she's on a podcast, but I think it's quite a good move because she was quite untouchable after the Eras tour. Like she's almost like she's so famous and it's almost like Beyonce level of like, and that's not really her
I
vibe.
think she's
She is-
bigger than Beyonce.
Yeah, she is now. I
Yeah.
think she is like she's probably the biggest pop star out
Specs.
there. So she's become a little bit untouchable, but that's not her. She's very relatable. So I think the podcast is a good move because it's like bringing it back to just like, hey, I'm just on my boyfriend's podcast talking about my album and I'm trying to, so it'll be
Yeah,
interesting.
here
to
I
see.
am, multi-millionaire.
I'm just
Taylor
like you
Swift.
guys, a
On the
billionaire.
podcast of my multi-millionaire boyfriend.
I'm just like you guys.
A woman of the people.
A woman of the people. And if you could buy all my merch on my album, that would be great. But I'm very excited. It's called Life of a Showgirl. I think it's going to be about the Eras tour, some Travis love songs in there.
Ooh.
Because Tortured Poets was very dark.
Yeah.
She was very sad with
Yeah, she
Tortured
was
Poets
not doing well,
department.
was she?
So I'm excited for it. It's going to be orange themed. That's the whole.
Oh,
What
I
is
like
it? It's going to be orange
She's
themed.
been
Oh, the
dropped-
Protestants will love it.
They met that orange walk a couple of weeks ago.
Oh
They
my
could
Oh
have-
my
God.
gosh,
They'll
I
have-
didn't
that could be
realise
the-
it was still going.
She
that
could be
stuff.
their new
Whew.
queen. But she's been dropping lots of Easter eggs. It's been lots of orange stuff for years. She's been dropping little Easter eggs, and then it's all kind of
Gee.
came that it's going to be orange themed. So
And you know me, I love a bit of orange.
yeah.
Despite the Catholicism. I like
Catholicism.
love a bit of orange.
So I'm very excited. So I'm going to be insufferable when this comes out.
I love this after an intense 24 hours of speculation
No.
from fans.
Yeah,
20, it was so intense.
so intense.
Yeah, it will be. There'll be people who haven't slept since the news.
I know people
Just
trying to work out what it is, and people go on like, I was on the legal whatever, and I saw she trademarked this. Like people
Whoa.
are crazy. Like
people
they try
have those boards with the red string.
yeah,
and
be
it's
like, she was
just all
there, and then
like
she was
Taylor
there.
Swift
Killer
bits.
boards.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you are a big, you're I feel like you're a
Yeah.
burgeoning Taylor Swift fan. I think you are a fan, and we're trying to get you learning more of the songs.
Oh yeah, I just don't know the recent ones as much.
Yeah.
But because they were sad, I don't listen to them as much.
Kills your joy.
The
Kills
happy
your-
ones, yeah. Sometimes I'll be in my house and I'll be like, oh no, I'm depressed again, and then I'll be like, oh no, I've just been listening to Lana Del Rey. She's on in the background. Turn it off. And
Get
so-
rid of her.
She is a bit depressing, Lana. So
does.
yeah.
She's sad. But no, I love Taylor. I've always loved Taylor.
Yeah.
And every year she is my number one on Spotify, as hard as I try not to.
Yeah.
She
Spotify
gets
app
me.
really pins my colours to the mast about how not cool of a person I am.
I don't care. I embrace it.
Yeah.
My Spotify is mainly Moana.
All the Disney
It's just
stuff.
hundreds of Disney stuff, Moana, and now all the Muppet stuff. My little boys get right into the Muppets,
Oh,
and, but
bangers.
also very inappropriately, Chicago the musical.
Oh right.
I don't know if you've ever tried to explain the concept of Chicago the musical to a 5-year-old child. But it's
Tricky.
difficult. It's tricky. It is tricky. What happened was he watched the Muppets, and it was from like the 60s or something, and some Broadway star was on it, and they sang Razzle Dazzle. And he loved this, and he learned all the words, and he kept singing Razzle Dazzle. And then one night we were lying in bed, and I was like, oh, there's another great song I think that you would like. It's a song that from Chicago, from the Razzle Dazzle show. I was like, it's sung by a woman called Big Mama. And he's like, oh, I want to hear that. So I pulled it up and I showed him it. And I went, oh. And then he went, is there any other songs? And I went, well, there's the... And then he was like, what is Big Mama singing about? So I was trying to explain to him what Big... He's like, what does she mean by you be good to me and I'll be... And I'm like, well. So I was explaining she was in the prison warden. And then he went, well, where's the prisoners? I said, oh, well, that's the Merry Wives of the Cook County Jail. And he went, do they have a song? And I said, well, they do have a song. And I'm not sure how appropriate it is. And he was like, no, just let me hear it, Mummy. And I was like... okay, so I start playing it and I hear my husband next door going, inappropriate. And
like,
I was,
spread eagle? Don't ask.
yeah, exactly. We're doing the spread eagle. But he's just, I was like, it's a gymnastics move. And he's like, are they actually killing them? And I'm like, no, not really. Of course not. And I was like, but if they were, they had it coming.
They did. We're on their side. I remember I went to see Chicago in New Zealand when it came, and it was brilliant. It was
such a good show.
It's a really, really good
I'm actually looking forward to him being a little bit older. And I take him to Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm trying to bring him up gay.
Like, Mum, you lied to me. Like, now I can tell you what this really means.
Yeah.
It's great. He's loving. He loves a musical. So then I was trying to think of an appropriate musical. So I put on The Greatest Showman.
Yeah.
And
Bangers on
I don't
that.
know what it is about The Greatest Showman, because as an adult you watch, you go, there's parts of this that are really quite tediously boring.
Yeah.
But kids love it. He's watched it about 30 times over the summer holidays. He knows all the songs. And his favourite song is the one with what is his scooping in Zac Efron. When they're trying to come to the business deal about how much of a percentage of the circus he's going to get. That's his favourite song.
That's the worst one.
Well, I think so too. But he's like, oh no, I love it. He's like in there throwing the things down the bar, and he's like, yeah, and
Love
he's
the
like,
business deals.
He loves the business deal. So I've nothing to worry about now. I think
The
he's gonna
songs
be
are.
in
The
it.
songs are. I think I read something that like Great Showman's like made one of the biggest box offices of all time because they did the reruns with the sing-alongs. So people would go and watch it because people just like loved the songs. Which I mean,
I'm not a stranger to the dark.
It's such a good soundtrack.
it's just such a wild, because obviously the real story of
it's
P.T.
brutal.
Barnum is absolutely horrendous.
What? It's based on a real.
Yeah, he's a real guy.
Oh my gosh, I got to do some
Yeah, but
Wikipedia.
it was like slave trade.
Yeah.
It wasn't nice. Oh, here, little man, come and work for me. It was like, I've bought a dwarf.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Wow.
They're going to make fun of you anyway, so you may as well make money off and do it on your terms. It was get in the van, and it was let's make fun of people.
Yeah,
and
I
not
bought you
wow.
off your ma.
Yeah, exactly.
It was very like, do you know the photographer Diane Arbus?
No.
She's an amazing photographer, right? So Diane Arbus, her whole thing was she did a series of photographs in psychiatric wards, right?
Whoa.
So she photographed a lot of people in psychiatric wards in like the I want to say 50s and 60s, and anyway, and then I can't remember which one she did first, but then she photographed people in sideshows. Like she had a whole thing, and it was, and she put stories beside them all, and like it was horrendous.
Yeah.
Like it was basically it was slavery.
Yeah.
Like they were. So he was a slave owner of people who
Yeah.
had deformities.
Wow.
And they go to different countries and just like take people from countries,
yeah.
and they're just like sell the like.
I
and
haven't
just,
told my son that he's not a good guy in real life.
The songs are so good.
The songs are great.
and Hugh
Yeah.
Jackman makes him very likable, but he's
Yeah.
not really like Hugh Jackman.
Wow.
Well, he's probably got more in common with Hugh Jackman now.
No, to be
Well,
there we
what's
go.
you up to?
Oh, he's a dirty
you
bastard.
dirty bastard. My mum went,
Another
I used
one.
to like him before he did what he did to his wife. You-
Yeah, he's cheating on
Oh,
his
cheated on his wife.
Oh, they all do.
And he
They
been
all
with his
do
wife
in
for
the
it was about
end.
It's only a matter of
25, 30
time.
years.
It's one of the
together,
like
right?
longest Hollywood kind
Yeah.
of match-ups
Wow.
and or marriages.
Yeah.
And then he was having with a co-star.
It was with another musical theatre person.
yeah.
It was he was doing some sort of show, and he was
which P.T. Barnum did as well.
so actually it's just coming. It's coming all.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
He idolised that man too much. Next thing you'll have a whole load of
It's in the basement. Yeah, we're doing a raid. Who have you got down there?
Who's down there? I've got a whole lot of comedians.
Yeah.
They came freely of their own will. It would be us. It would be us getting locked up because none of us are, you know, we've all got ADHD and autism and
You'd be
variety.
tuning out podcasts in the basement.
Yeah, just
That's what
loads of
we do every day.
podcasts.
Just keep like a sweatshop for podcast.
Yeah.
Keep going.
You can't have food until you've done another episode.
Yeah.
I think a Swiftie musical would be.
Oh.
Surely that's got to be on the cards.
Well, there was
Yeah.
rumours that she's trademarked something called Female Rage the musical.
Yes.
So that's kind of what she called Tortured Poets. So people think she maybe is going to write a musical, but I think she will at some point. But it's just when was she going to have the time?
Yeah.
I think
have
she's
the
gonna. She'll team up with Lin-Manuel Miranda. He likes to churn out a musical.
He's about a story that's also a load of bullshit. That
Oh,
just,
yeah.
Alexander Hamilton, not a good guy.
No. Of
course not.
Unfortunately not. Bit of a fascist, but it's fine. It's great rapping, great songs.
Great.
But
I actually have never made it all the way through Hamilton.
Really?
I've never made it
It's
all the way
long.
through.
It feels long anyway.
I mean, and that was even during COVID.
Wow.
Even in COVID, I thought, no,
You had the time.
I did have the time, but I got halfway through and went,
I did go and see it when I came to Edinburgh, and I did enjoy it. You know what it is? It's because it's so like athletic. The dancing and the singing by the actors are really amazing, and there's so much going on. So I must say it was quite a good musical to see
impressive.
live. But I remember I watched it on Disney Plus during COVID, and I was like,
no, you can't get through it. I think live would be fine.
Yeah,
He's writing a musical at the moment, or he's written a musical. I don't know if it's in production, and it's my friend's dad's show.
oh, amazing.
The Warriors. So he never wrote the book The Warriors, but he wrote the film The Warriors.
Right, okay.
My friend Sam, her dad, he's passed away now, and so they're doing this musical about the
That's
Warriors.
cool.
Do you know the story of the Warriors?
Hey,
No.
It was a
tell me
very
more.
kitsch, like 70s, 80s, I think it's late 70s, film. And it's about New York and about the gangs in New York, and it's post kind of a not really post-apocalyptic, but that kind of feel to it. And you're not allowed out at night, and there's all these different gangs, but all the gangs are really like camp. So you get ones on rollerblades, and there's like all punk ones, and like the colours, and it's crazy. It was made into a video game years ago as well. And one of the gangs gets caught behind enemy territory, and they have to try and get to the other side of New York where their gang is from. And it's called The
okay.
Warriors.
Oh.
And so that's the one he's working on at
That
the
sounds
moment.
class.
And I was like to Sam was like, have you met Lin-Manuel Miranda? And she's like, no. And I was like, fuck it. Because she's making a movie. She's trying to get a movie. She's created this movie. It's based in Scotland, actually. She lives here part-time. And I was like, get on the phone to Lin-Manuel.
Give him a call.
Yeah.
Slide into those
Wow.
DMs.
Slide into these. Say, my dad wrote the film.
Wow, cool.
When you said Warriors, I was thinking We Were Warriors, but that's
Yeah,
that's
that's
very
what I was thinking.
different.
Once We're Warriors.
Once We're Warriors, that's
Yeah.
it. Like cult New Zealand film. But yeah, Becky, thanks so much for coming on the podcast.
thanks for having me.
Would you want to tell the people where you are, what you're doing, what you've got going on?
Well, currently I am at the Edinburgh Fringe at 8:40 p.m. at Assembly Roxy, doing my show Put That Cat Back in the Bag. And it's a really fun, silly show about being a widow and keeping it a secret. But it's got no cats in it. I have had a lot of people come and I'm like, what made you come to the show? And they're like, oh, we really like cats. Like, I don't have a cat in the show. Like, the cat's not doing the show.
You
It's
should
just on the poster.
Flyer with a cat.
I should, shouldn't I? Oh, I'd love
I
to
don't know
have
how well a cat would fly her.
a Yeah.
It's not got dog vibes.
That's true. It'd probably claw your eyes out and then run away.
Like, don't come, actually. I want the room all to myself.
To be fair, I think this episode might go out after the Fringe is over.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind.
That,
The
maybe.
run went really well. 5 stars across the board. I won lots of awards. And follow me on social media because my social media is terrible. Do you know what I've had lately? I've had men commenting on my videos in like sexy ways. Pedophiles. I'm guessing.
Oh, no.
I know. I need more normal followers because at the moment it does feel like I'm working for the police as like a bait and switch.
Your final remark: no pedos on my Instagram.
Yeah, none of them. No more.
Normal people.
I mean, I will take the numbers. I do need the followers, but
Yeah.
I would rather, if the ratio needs to be better.
More women.
More
Yeah.
women.
Yeah.
But not if they're pedos too.
Yeah, women can be pedos too, I'm sure.
Jay, what have you got going on?
This is the quality we don't need.
Wait, no, it's really not.
I am. What am I doing after the Fringe? I'm down in London. I'll be at the Comedy Store on the 4th, 5th, and 6th, whatever that weekend is. Thursday to Saturday. I'm down there. First weekend in September. And then the Newsstand Comedy Club in Glasgow's opening up. So I've got a couple of, and we'll have our first bona fides.
Very exciting.
At the Newsstand Comedy Club in Glasgow, just round the corner from the Old Stand Comedy Club. And then just back to just gigging, chatting with you,
We'll do some more podcast stuff.
Podcast stuff. We do need to go and have hot chocolate with Ayo.
We need to do that actually. Grab him.
What about you? What are you up to?
Well, after the Fringe, I'm going on holiday for like a week and a bit, so that's nice.
Lovely.
So, and then just probably back to your stuff, doing the pod, doing some gigs. Have I got my calendar sorted out for the Fringe? Absolutely not. But I'll get something sorted. So, just give us a wee follow on Instagram if you don't already. G's now shit hot on social media, so I need to give her a follow.
I'm probably not going to continue to pay this man after the Fringe, but not as much and not for as many, but he'll still be there in the background. I've not told him that yet. This will be awkward.
When he goes through.
Surprise!
I'm scared. Well, it depends how well the Fringe goes. So far, it's going all right. You might be all right.
We'll see how it goes.
It might have another few months in me.
Well, anyway, Becky, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
And thanks so much for listening, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.